Hello, beauties. Welcome to Moms Unboxed, a podcast where I unbox with you the how-tos, tips, and tricks to empower women to upgrade relationships, intimacy, and parenting. I'm your host, Melanie Caroline, a multi-dimensional woman, life coach, lover, and mom who's made a lot of fucking mistakes. If you want to live a sensual and liberated life, you've come to the right space. Don't forget to follow Moms Unboxed because you don't want to miss an episode. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Moms Unboxed. Find me on Instagram at Moms Unboxed Podcast. Come have a chat with me. Today, we are talking about men on Tinder. These are warning signs you should look out for. I'm just saying, I've been on Tinder for a hot little minute. And I've learned some things that I want to share with you. So if you know a mama or a lady friend out there that is dating, she's on any of the apps, because I'm sure that these warning signs that I'm about to give you are not exclusive to Tinder, okay? Send them this episode because this is going to be extremely helpful. You're going to see that red sign. You're like, nope, flip, or not flip. I guess it's a swipe. Swipe left, y'all, if you see any of these warning signs, because these are extremely helpful. Like I said, they're ones that I have learned and explored about. Now, a little bit of backstory before we dive in. If you don't know me, my name is Melanie Caroline. I am the host and producer of Moms Unboxed. I'm also a divine energy healer, helping women remove the trauma from their body and explore the barriers that are preventing them from living a liberated, sensual, and unboxed life. With that said, I am also a bisexual woman. So hello to all my bisexual friends out there. Also, in my relationship with my partner, whom I've been with for 4 years and absolutely love and adore, we also are ethical, non-monogamous, and we enjoy this freedom in a relationship to be able to get to know other people, to explore other people's hobbies, and get to know one another beyond just surface level conversation. So that means, yes, we enjoy exploring each other in other ways as well. And this is like the first time I really talked about this in the podcast. Yes, I'll trinkle a little bit in, but this is the first episode I've really come out and said, yes, I am bisexual and in an ethical non-monogamous relationship. And that leads me to being on Tinder, exploring other people. And let me say, it's not the best. It is not the best. Like, dating apps are not what it's cracked up to be. I would much prefer an authentic encounter over swiping left or right based on a few words and a couple of pictures, because I am an in-person person. Okay. I love engaging face to face. So when I'm matching with folks, generally men right now, for whatever reason, it's just showing me men. I think it's a settings thing, but whatever. I have learned quite a bit about men on Tinder. And that is why I'm like, hold up, let me share this with my ladies who are also on Tinder or any other app, because these are like need to knows. And if I can go through the experience and share it with you, hopefully that'll just kind of help you whittle away the ones that maybe aren't compatible with you. Let me say that I understand that my profile is probably going to say something differently than yours, unless you two are a bisexual woman in an E&M relationship. And if you are, then, hit me up. Is that unprofessional to say? I don't know. But you know what I'm saying. I am literally joking, but I love you. But what I've noticed is, because I have put E&M and bisexuality in my profile, men automatically think that I am just down for a one-night stand. And I'm sorry, but I'm not the one. And there's nothing against those women who are like, yes, I'm the one to do that. Girlfriend, you go get yours. But I kind of lean more towards demisexual. So I'd like to have a little bit more rapport and connection with the person. I want to feel safe with the person. I want to get to know this person a little bit more than just hey, take me out for an hour dinner, if that. And if we feel like it's compatible, then we just gonna fuck on the first date. Now, I've been known to do some things on a first date, so I am not innocent in that, but I don't want to portray that on my profile because genuinely, rule of thumb is I'm not going to do shit on the first date because I want to get to know you first. And I'm noticing a lot of men don't want to take the time and effort to help a woman feel safe, to help a woman get a chance to know them a little bit more than beyond how big their penis is. So that is a problem on Tinder. And well, like, I don't want to spend a bunch of time with a girl who already has a partner. Okay, great. I get it. But are you treating like every woman this way where you just don't even want to spend the time taking her out on a date, making her feel special? Because genuinely, women are emotional creatures. We want to feel that, like, hey, make me laugh, make me smile, make me feel safe, make me feel wanted beyond my pussy, and you'll probably get the pee. Okay. But they don't want to spend the time to do that. It has become quid pro quo. Okay, if I take you to dinner, then I'm going to expect some pee. And it's like, no, not necessarily. Like, do all women have sex on the first date? I don't know the statistics on this. And maybe I should have like looked it up. That would be really hard to take a statistic on. That'd be a lot of research. But dinner for sex is common, especially in a situation where you might be saying, hey, I'm not here for a long time, but just a good time. And maybe that is the perception when men are reading certain profiles, is like they're looking for those key words that say, hey, I'm not going to have to spend a lot of time with this woman and I'm going to get laid. Okay, but that's not my profile. So men will literally, this is number 2 too. Men will literally comment just to berate or talk negatively about what your profile says. Oh, you want aftercare? Oh, it sounds like you want a boyfriend. Or, okay. I literally just got this today. I'm going to read it, guys. I'm going to read it to you because this shit's hilarious. Okay. I'm going to first like read you my profile too, because I'm loving this idea. You got to get the whole picture of my profile. Okay, about me. Don't come at me with some silly baby pickup line. Literally, that's my first sentence. If you can't hold a conversation, don't bother. Otherwise, let's laugh and have some fun. I enjoy beautiful women and men. Let's hike, cuddle, and go on adventures. I love to dance. Also, if you're bored and want a boarding buddy, I'm down. I lean towards demisexual and am not a one-night stand. And I'm partnered, not looking for love. Okay, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Like I break down exactly what I'm looking for. I get this message this morning at 8:44 a.m. Demisexual, yet not looking for love and doesn't want to hook up. You need to get yourself a gay best friend. LOL. And I wrote back, yes, I guess it's unreasonable for a man to take a girl on a date or two, but sex is so transactional that women get comments like this. And I actually do want more, but not on a first date. Heaven forbid a man spend time with a woman. But your comment is funny. Okay, that literally is my fucking response to him because it's true. Women enjoy knowing if a person is compatible with them. Women don't enjoy just being used as a body unless it's, I guess, their choice and they're horny enough to be like, yeah, I'm down for whatever without a date or without getting to know you. But heaven forbid, men are expected to get to know a woman for who she is without just thinking about the only one thing they want, which is to get their dick wet. Okay, I said it. Fuck, I'm glad I'm doing my own podcast because this would not run on social media. Okay. Yes, this podcast episode is explicit. I should have said that at the beginning, but I didn't. Women do this too. Okay. So yes, sex can be transactional for a woman as well. It's less likely and it's their choice. And there's no expectation there. It would be nice if there wasn't an expectation. My partner and I were actually talking about this morning because when guys get a boner, sex is on the table. It has to be on the table. But it shouldn't be like that at all. And it just gets really irritating and annoying. Oh, I have a boner, want to have sex? Or I'm hard, want to have sex? Like, no, I don't. I'm busy mopping the floor right now. If you'd help me, maybe, yeah, let's do it. But I'm right in the middle of this. I'm sorry I can't just drop everything for your boner. Sometimes I feel like that's just how it is. Write me at Moms Unbox Podcast and let me know, is this your experience too? Or has this ever been your experience? I really want to know. Okay. Number 2 warning sign. When they ask for your number outside of the app, especially Tinder, that usually means that they want to send explicit photos and receive nudes. Okay, this has happened to me multiple fucking times. Like this last time I was like, yeah, no, never doing that again. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to chat like off and on a couple of times in Tinder. And then they're going to be like, oh, I don't really check this app much. Do you want to switch to phone? And then I'll be like, well, do you have Telegram? No. Okay, fine. So then we exchange numbers and then they'll message like 1 or 2. Oh, can I have some more pictures of you? I just want to get an idea of what you look like. And then you send them like, one with your bikini on. Oh, I would love to see just a little bit more of you, blah, blah, blah. And, oh, I'm getting aroused. Do you want a picture of me? And, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, because, I'm a really curious person. And then they send me a dick pic. And I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. Oh, can I get more of you? No, you can't, but thanks for asking. And then they'll get pissy. And then suddenly it'll come out that you guys aren't compatible because one way or the other, who knows, because they didn't actually get their way. Because, taking a girl out on a date is just too much fucking work, So just be mindful. If a guy is asking for your number outside of the app, it's most likely going to lead to that. They want more photos of you or they want to send photos of themselves. So yeah, just note that unsolicited pictures may happen. You're going to be asked to send pictures and then they're going to realize that you're not willing to do exactly what they want. And so then they're suddenly no longer interested in you. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not some spank bank in your gallery. Heaven forbid that you actually respect my body and actually get to know my personality a little bit more. The attractive men on profiles are the most fucking cockiest men out there. It's insane to me. Number 3, which I already hit, my bad. I kind of went on a tangent at number 1, but guys will message you just to comment on your profile and tell you about the shit that they don't like about it. And go back to number 1 where I explained the man messaged me this morning saying basically what I wanted was a gay best friend. Well, no. I just want to get to fucking know you a little bit more. Sorry, that's a problem. So make sure that you stand by your boundaries. If there's a person that's messaging you and he's like commenting negatively about your profile or what you want or what your boundaries are and how asinine that might be, just fucking unmatch them because they're not worth your time or energy. They literally are just fucking picking on you because they probably can't get nothings. They're not getting any conversation, comments, matches, nothing. They literally are just fucking bitter because there's a hot woman on there that's blocking them from being able to access them because they have firm boundaries on what they want, what they're looking for, and what they desire. And so, commenting on your bullshit is better than them facing their own. Just saying. So make sure that if you are getting comments like that, unmatched, don't even waste your energy or time on them. Stand firm in your boundaries. Don't make men make you feel guilty because of what you want, what your boundaries are. This is so important, even with our personal space and the people around us, our friends, our family, our coworkers. There's going to be one motherfucker out there that's going to make you feel like shit about who you are and what you stand for. And just, you know what? Thank you for expressing yourself. I appreciate that. And move the fuck on. It's okay to stand firm in what you believe in and be your authentic self and not fucking sway when someone blows some shitty ass wind your way. Number 4. Okay, this is big, okay? Because I don't know if it's because it's on an app or we're texting or it's because someone knew, but literally men can't conversate. I enjoy a good conversation. I like that intellectual stimulation. And I'm just noticing guys cannot have a conversation, which is why the first sentence on my profile is don't come at with me with no baby line or response of I'm good. Cool. What the fuck does good mean to you? I would love to know. Like everybody responds that, how's your day going? You ask the clerk at the store. Oh, it's good. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad. How is that developing any sort of conversation, especially when you're not engaging the conversation back? Like, I'm good, point blank, period. No asking me how I'm doing, because I'm going to tell you a real honest answer. And I do. How are you doing? Oh, I'm good. I'm tired of the rain. My fucking period's hurting. But you know what? It's a great day, and we're going to move on to tomorrow. I'm grateful to live another day. No, I wouldn't respond in that way, but I might not come out with the period stuff. But, I'm going to tell someone, my honest truth, because I think that connection goes beyond the word good. When these men respond with, I'm good, it's just not engaging. There's no follow-up. I'm always asking, what does good mean for you? Oh, and then they kind of go into their day. Oh, I went for a jog, made $3,000. I literally got that answer. I went for a jog today, made $3,000 in my business and worked out. I'm like, shit. If I made $3,000 in one day, I'd be good too. Now, I'm good without $3,000, but you get the point. Like, let's engage more with each other, whether you're a man listening to this, a woman, any being. If you are engaging in these apps, it's just more engaging when we ask each other questions, when we're inquisitive, when we deep dive into a topic. And that's the type of connection that I think we all really strive for, but we've forgotten how to do that because everything is social media now, 1-2 sentence responses. We don't call each other on the phone. We just text each other and our texts are getting shorter. So then we're just like literally forgetting how to have a really good conversation. And, even when we're in person, I notice people are just having really surface level conversations. It's like we're forgetting to have these in-depth, intuitive conversations with each other. And I think sometimes when I talk and someone's like, how you doing? I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I'm going to tell you all the things that's going on. I'm going to tell you what I think about something. And some people just stand there. They're like, I don't know how to respond to that. That just went real deep, real quick. I'm like, hey, baby, that's how I like it. No pun intended. If you notice a man on Tinder just having these surface level conversations and they're not engaging, they're not asking you questions, they're probably just wanting the pee, girl. They're not really trying to get to know you unless they're saying, hey, I really am not very good at texting. I'd love to take you out to get to know you more. Oh, shit. Okay. Yes, please. I'm good with that. If they're not admitting or they're not saying those certain types of things, then they're probably just wanting something quick. I don't want to invest a bunch of my time and energy into you. Okay. Is that what you're looking for or is it not? If it's what you're looking for, you're like, cool, I don't want to invest that much time and energy either. We'll meet up, have a brunch, see if we have chemistry. If not, then cool. It was a nice little brunch, and people's time and energy is very precious right now. People are really picking and choosing what is beneficial to them. So keep that in mind. If you're wanting someone to give you more time and energy, definitely state that in your profile so people know and understand what it is you're looking for. Number 5. Their depth of their personality is only as deep as their wallet. What the fuck does that mean? That's something that my partner Donnie said to me this morning. And I was like, oh my God, that is genius. And that is so true. So if you notice on Tinder or any fucking other app, a man is just talking about his money. Yes, he thinks that's going to get you in bed. And if that's what gets you in bed, girl, you get yours. But just as a red flag, if they're like, ooh, dropping money bombs, and you're like, okay, cool. All they talk about is their career and their hobbies that they get to do because they make X amount of money. That literally is their personality. They work out, they work, and they do their hobbies and talk about how much fucking money they make. Again, surface level. Cool, you make money. If you are looking for that type of guy, like, yes, I want someone that can help support me, girlfriend, go get it. But if you're wanting something with more substance, like, you're going to have to be more engaging. You might have to ask more inquisitive questions to get them out of their shell. But it is true that a lot of men on these dating apps are going to be all about working out, their hobbies, and their career. And there's going to be walls up. They're not going to be able to talk about their emotions much or what's going on, more deeply, intuitively. It's really hard to get guys to open up about these topics, especially if they feel unsafe within themselves to talk about their emotions, their feelings, and sensations. Because unfortunately, our men have been raised to be that figure who is not moved by their emotion, who is a go-getter, get shit done. I'm going to have a savior complex type of guy and help everyone else but myself. So just be mindful of that as well when you're looking for someone who might be compatible with you or someone who might want you beyond just the sex, because a man who is literally all about his career, his hobbies, and his money, they're not wanting to give a lot of time to a woman unless you are open to a long-term relationship. They're open to a long-term relationship and it's compatible. Someone like me who's E&M, bisexual, not looking for a long-term relationship, they're not going to want to spend that much time investing in me unless it's something they truly want to do. I get it. I'm not going to be married to you in 10 years. Like, I'm not the one who's going to try and establish a long-term romantic relationship. Now, can I hang out with someone long-term and do things and have a connection with in some type of way? Absolutely. But for the man out there who is looking for long-term love, I'm not going to be the one, which is probably why I get a lot of dudes who just think I'm going to fuck on the first date, who don't want to spend that much time investing in me, even though I'm a bomb ass fucking person. And I'm sorry, but they missing out. But just be mindful of what type of personality these men have that you're talking to. Number 5, I said this, hot guys are the cocky guys. Their looks are their personality. I get a lot of men who are muscular, who are working out all the time, who are going for jobs. Like, literally their life is their physical activity. And yes, it probably works for them. They would rather be doing their physical workout than actually connecting with a woman. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But just something to be mindful of when you're scrolling these men. Oh my God. I had this one dude. He's cute, a little younger, muscular, lives not too far away from me. He literally was like, oh, have you ever met up with someone on this app before? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, okay, where do you live? I was like, okay, I live here. He's like, oh, shoot, I live here. I was like, cool, you live like 5 minutes away. He goes, you want to meet up? No, homie, I don't want to meet up. I don't know you. You've told me where you lived and asked me if I've ever hooked up with anyone on this app before. Does that work for men? 2-3 questions. Want to fuck? Want to meet up? No, I don't. And maybe, again, that's because my profile says that I'm E&M. So men are automatically thinking she's down for it. No, I'm not. I don't even know your name. I don't know shit about you. I haven't even gotten into what your personality is like because you literally haven't even asked me a question about myself or told me anything about you beyond where you live. No, I am not meeting up with you. So please, ladies, it's okay. We are pro-choice here on Moms Unboxed. You do you, boo. But at least have a conversation with these men, okay? Maybe you don't care about their personality. You just looking for bomb-ass looks. And girl, get you some. But your safety is a priority. if we're not even getting a chance to know these people or understand what their energy is like or see if we even have a connection with these people before we're meeting up, what the hell? Meet up at least for coffee. Shit. Get a chance to feel for their energy. Do they seem like a creeper? Are they consistent with the way they were on the app versus in person? What are they looking for? What are they wanting? Do they smell nice? They got, stinky breath? Like, we got to be meeting up with these people before we just hitting the sheets. Please. Ugh. So yeah, needless to say, I did not write that guy back and he still hit me up. You there? No, homie, I am not here. I am not here for it. Not at all. Okay. So number 6. I just touched on this. Your safety. Men don't seem to understand the woman's want for safety. Well, okay, what creates safety? Trust, consistency, having this like protective energy, feeling safe, feeling calm, feeling like my nervous system's going to be regulated when I'm with you. Does anything look sus? Are there any red flags? Are there any yellow flags? What should I be looking out for? Men just think we don't think about those things like, hey, I'm hot. Look at girl, I got this muscle. Want a picture of my D? No, I don't. But are you a safe person? Can we go on a date and have a good time? Can you make me laugh? Can you make me smile? Are you making me feel like shit about my body? You making sarcastic comments about the way I play pool? Like you trying to make me feel like shit? That is not a safe person. Because, okay, I might be safe physically, but am I safe emotionally? I don't know that by 2-sentence text messages asking me where I live and if I met up with someone on this app. Our safety needs to be a priority. We need to meet this person in public first and foremost. Stop fucking meeting these people out in private. If you feel like you've met him, they made you feel safe, you had good conversation, he's attractive, all the check marks checking off. Girl, you do you on the first date. I don't care, but at least meet them up first. Don't hit someone up and let them come over to your house that you've never even met. That shit is dangerous. I'm sorry. I'm going to be the one to say it. It's dangerous. You're living on the edge. And that's not just something to play with. Okay. You can jump off a fucking airplane and go parachuting to live off the edge, but not let some random dude over to your house, especially if your babies are at home, they're sleeping. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. At least meet them in public. Have a cup of coffee. Okay. So keep your safety at the forefront of your mind because you are not worth, any type of danger at all. Like we need to look out for each other. So this is me looking out for you. If you have a crazy ass story, share it with me at Mom's Unbox Podcast. I would love to hear it. That could be a whole nother episode of crazy ass stories where women could have been better at managing their own safety and meeting up with some weird, random, crazy ass dudes. Number 7, I already touched on this a bit, but if they got the looks, they can count it in the books. So that just means they automatically think that they're getting laid. Stand firm in your boundaries. If you go on that first date, it's okay to say, hey, this was a nice time. I appreciate it. Perhaps I'll call you later. Or you can say, I wasn't really feeling it. Thank you again for the date. It's okay to do that. Women do not need to feel obligated to have sex with a man at all or anyone. You can go on a date, have a good time, and still say, you know what, I'm not really feeling it. Same with you in the moment. It could be down to the moment. And Donnie, he's telling me this morning, he's like, I've been used for my mouth before. And I was like, what? He's like, oh yeah, I was getting it. She was clawing at the bed sheets, pulling my hair, all this shit. And I'm like, damn. And she still came out of it and said, okay, I'm good. He said he walked out. He walked out of that room with no reciprocation. And hey, it's okay. A woman can do that. Okay. You know what? That's the same as a man getting himself a blowjob and saying, okay, I'm good. You have a good night. Like, excuse me. Okay. None of us like that response. Okay. We always want to get ours in the end. We're generous. Of course, we want to please. We want to give them what they want. But we always want ours in the end, right? Okay. Well, you know what? It's not always going to happen that way. We we may not get ours in the end, and that is okay. We should be able to say, you know what? I'm really not interested in having sex. I had a guy do this once to me. We were dating. He took me on like 2-3 dates. I told him, can't have sex with you. We could fool around, just no penetration. Okay. So he went down on me. It was not great, ladies. I'm sorry. It's one of those like, okay, can you be done? Because this is not sexy. He got done. And he was like, well, are you going to do it for me? And of course, I felt obligated. There's that obligation kicking in as a woman to not be able to, obligated and not being able to advocate for myself and saying, no, I'm not really feeling it. Because you know what? I wasn't really feeling him from the get. And I was not sexually attracted to this person. Okay, that's important when you're dating. You got to be sexually attracted to this person. And if you're not, and you're just going on dates with them to go on dates, girl, you got to tell them at some point. Okay, because like I said, in the end, everybody wants theirs. Okay, so he goes, well, you gonna do me? And I felt obligated. I felt like I couldn't say no. So of course I'm down there. I'm holding my breath. Like, I don't want to do this no more. And, I was not about him doing his thing in my mouth. So I said, ooh, I would love to see it, And so he said, you sure you don't want to climb on top? I said, yes. Okay, I knew I could say yes to that because I had made a commitment to my relationship. I said, yes, I am sure. And afterwards, let me just say, y'all, he never contacted me again. And I'm okay with it because I was okay with saying no to sex. No. It was the other thing I was struggling to say no to. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not climbing on top. Okay, so if you in the middle of it, it's okay to say no. Okay, if you got to use an excuse and you just don't feel that power within you to say the no word that we all should be practicing, it's okay to make, oh, you know what? I'm cramping. I feel like I'm going to stop my period. I got to go. Or, hey, I'm not feeling very good. Or you get that girlfriend to make you a fake phone call. I've done that before. Not in the middle of sex, but on a date. Girl, you call me. I text her. Call me in like 5 minutes. Tell me I got to go home. My kid's sick. You can do that too if you're not feeling on a date and you're not able to say no for yourself. Okay, there are a lot of ways us women could get out of doing things that we really don't want to do, and that's okay. Give yourself full permission. It's okay for me to say no, even in the middle of it. No, I don't want penetration. No, I don't want to see you CUMMING. Okay, no. I'm okay off that. I think this date is over. Thank you. I had a great time. Okay, and you're probably not going to get a phone call back, but that's okay because that's just going to weed out the men that just want you for sex. If they can't understand, maybe you truly are not feeling well. Maybe you truly are just started your period. If they can't understand that, you don't get a phone call back. Next. There are so many damn men in this world, so many great, wonderful guys, and I'm sure you're like, where? Girl, I got me one. I know you can get you one too. But it takes that type of woman who's willing to advocate for herself, to have boundaries, to respect herself. And that's where you're really going to find a good man. Oh, damn, she respects herself. She advocates for herself. She's confident. Yes, please. Oh my gosh, that's the shit that turns me on. Not the girl that's going to give a BJ in the front car on the first date. I've done that and he's still with me. So, sometimes it will be the one. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to respect yourself and say no when you're not ready to move forward with a date or meeting someone. You're not attracted to them. No, I'm sorry. I had a great coffee, though. Thank you so much for joining me. We can let them down easy. I think that's a song. Let me down easy. I can't remember the song. But anyways, you can. There are nice, respectful ways to let a man down while still saying no. And number 9, men are more physical, women are more emotional. And I've kind of sprinkled this in throughout this episode. It does not mean a woman cannot be more physical. Absolutely, we can be more physical. But the majority of us are going to want to feel safe. We're going to want to feel like the energy is flowing. It's, airy. It's laughter and happiness and smiles. And, this person's not a creeper. He's actually a good time. He's attractive. We have chemistry. That's what's going to make us feel like, yes, I want to have sex with this person. Men are like, damn, she's hot. Where can I stick it? They're not thinking about, oh, she's so cute. I love her personality. She makes me laugh and smile. I feel safe with her. Like, men are like that probably when it comes to getting into relationships. But if they are actually just looking to get them some and have a good time and please you, they're not looking at all those other things that us women are. So men, if you're listening to this, please understand that women want to feel safe. They want to feel seen. They want to feel valued and worthy. It's not, yes, we want to feel wanted because obs, right? But it's not always about that at first. You might actually have to take us on a date or two. That might be the case. And if you are connecting with someone, isn't it worth it to get to know somebody? Like, it doesn't always have to be just, okay, let me get this physical 15-minute workout in. Oh, okay, that was so great. Thank you. Have a good day. Like, no, that's not what women, majority of us want. I mean, if you are, hey girl, like I said, no judgment in Mom's Unboxed. But I'm just saying, like, for the general of us, we want to feel like we're having a good time, not just somebody that they're using. Like, no, thank you. So women who are more emotional, I see you, I value, I respect you. For women who are not, I see you, I value, I respect you. But can we all just get on a consensus that at least we should be going on a coffee date, getting to know these men a little bit more, understanding what it is they're really wanting, vice versa, taking the time to actually conversate with you. Even if a woman is E&M, that doesn't necessarily mean she's up down to fuck on the first date. In fact, I see more E&M profiles that say not a one night stand because, again, the majority of us women are not about it. We're not going to just meet up to fuck. Like, no, we want to play board games. We want to go on a walk, a date, a coffee date, take me out to dinner or something so I can get to know you a bit and see if there's something here between us. Whew, I'm preaching today. Leads me to number 10, why women are giving themselves up so easily. So obviously, there are men that I have talked to that are hella cocky, and most of these men say, well, I have no problem getting the fun I want. Cool. It's just not going to be for me. So, but if I'm not doing it, right? If I'm not willing to just meet up with a man without even having a conversation or a date, then there must be women out there who are, right? And that's where that law of attraction is like, okay, he smells nice. His teeth are cleaned. He's attractive. He's muscular. I'm down. We don't even need to do all other things. We don't need to go out to eat or go to coffee, nothing. Okay, cool. That's fine. But what kind of men are you going to attract if that is what you're willing to do on like first go round? If you are looking for a relationship, then this isn't how you want to attract a man who's going to be compatible for you in a relationship. If you are just looking for a good time and you're just trying to find a guy to go on a date with, have a couple of drinks, girl, you get it. There's a different fucking list of standards for that, right? We're not looking for our long-term love. We're looking for a short-term good time. So that's fine. But where this conversation is going is I'm asking you, are you using your body for attention? Are there patterns of you feeling unworthy and undervalued and you don't even think you're worthy of this person taking you on a date or giving you, the time of day? Is your heart closed off to the possibility of receiving attention, receiving connection and love, and also giving it? Are you wanting a relationship right now? Or maybe you are just wanting a short time, but not a long time. Are you being radically honest with yourself about where you are in your dating life? Perhaps you're still recovering from a a relationship that ended and you just wanted to kind of dip your toes in the pool of dating, just know, like, where are you at? Where do you want to be at? What is it you want? And if you are giving your body away for that attention, for that good time, that little dopamine hit, are you comfortable with that? Or actually, would you like to go on a coffee date or out to dinner and get to know someone first? And if that's the case, girlfriend, set some new boundaries for yourself. No, I'm worthy of a fucking coffee date, at least. Jesus. I want a person who wants to take me out to dinner or take me to a concert or take me to a fair or, do an activity together. I want more than just hitting the sheets. I could get me a little pleasure tool and hit the sheets myself. I know how to do that. I know you know how to do that. But that's not what you want. So then why would you settle for a man who just wants to fuck? I just kind of like the same thing as pleasing yourself. You're just using a physical body to do it. But you actually want someone to spend time with you. Get your mind off all the stressors of life. Have a good time together. I'm not saying you have to be long term. I'm just saying have a little bit of a connection. Laugh, play, flirt. Seriously, that's the fun of dating. And it just seems to be about penetration. When can I get this the quickest way possible? It's like, when did it become that shit? When I don't know. I know I didn't make good choices with some of the men that I had because I did use my body for attention. I was starving for attention. I attracted some stupid ass people. I'm sorry to say it, but yeah, no, some shit that's going to stay in my skeletal closet. But I've been there. I've felt undervalued and unworthy and not beautiful unless a man said I was beautiful, and made bad choices and stayed in toxic relationships trying to get these men to change to prove that I was of value, to prove that I was lovable and that I was worth it. Fuck that. You have to believe you're valuable. You have to believe that you are meant for more than just being someone's one-night stand. And if you are in a relationship that makes you unhappy, you have to set the boundaries. You have to have the conversations to bridge the gap so that you can be in a relationship with a partner who values you and is worthy of you, who respects you and loves you and cares for you. Not meet up with the guy on Tinder who thinks he is so hot shot that he don't even need to take you on a date to get laid. Like, no, you're so much better than that. So if you know that there are some things that need to be shifted within your dating life, in your relationship, within yourself, that you need to be honest with yourself about who you're attracting and why you're attracting that type of a person, go inwards. Love yourself. Hold yourself with tenderness and gentleness. Go on an exploration of your inner landscape, because you deserve that. You have to love yourself more than anything in the world. Woo! Sorry, that was a lot. I mean, Donnie calls it Melanie mode. I'm just spitting. Let's go. I love you all. I hope that these tips were good. They're entertaining and they were relatable. Hopefully not. I hope that you're not having these examples happen. But you know what? Something tells me it's kind of inevitable when it comes to dating on apps. Send this to your mama, friend, your girlfriend, anyone who you think would benefit from learning and understanding these tips. I love you, and I hope that you have an amazing day. And don't forget to live a liberated, sensual, and unboxed life. Until the next time, sunshine. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Moms Unboxed. If you have a topic or relationship question, connect with me at I am Melanie Caroline. And don't forget to follow Moms Unboxed. May you live a liberated, sensual, and unboxed life. I'll be chatting with you next Wednesday for another episode. Until the next time, sunshine.